Still haven't changed the intro and I'm hitting Cody's comments instead of hitting other buttons. Anyway, hi everybody. It's me, it's Ryan. It's your host of Making It Up As We Go. We are on episode 59. So welcome. Everybody hit a like and all that good stuff on the video for me. I appreciate it. And if it's your first time here, you need to hit the like, subscribe, and do 15 push-ups. If you do 14 push-ups, it's okay. Nobody's looking. But let me bring in everybody here. We got Mr. Paul Corliss. Hey, Paul, what's going on, buddy?
Good evening.
Nice. Oh, we got Mr. Other Paul. Hello, Other Paul.
Hello.
And then we got Mr. Sean.
Evening.
We are the Blue Man group tonight.
There's different shades.
Yeah, it's all good. So, it was not planned. Everybody just decided to wear blue. So
why am I getting?
What'd you do? Did you break something already?
Nope. Left the window open. Whoops.
There you go.
Echo going.
There you go. So, let's get into it and talk about what's going on. Mr. Corliss, did you get anything done this week?
I did. Well, I'm in the process.
Oh, nice. Oh, what are we making?
We are making a giraffe.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
And I got most of the pieces cut. I still got one more little piece to cut up. And then I got to figure out how it goes together because I don't know if I have any instructions for it. It may come out
next to the hand.
And I blew our family budget yesterday. We went out and bought 2 new phones, and man, I can't believe the price of phones.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely. So which one did you end up going with?
We got the Samsung Galaxy S24.
Nice, very good.
Our current phones were S8s, so
they're a little bit newer.
The same phone since I think 2017. So
wow, I'm surprised the battery lasted that long.
Well, that's what triggered the get to the new phone is because I had to charge my phone about 4 times a day.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm like that now, I think. Anytime I'm in the car, I've got it plugged in, you know, and I'm still barely making it through the day and stuff like that. So good times. What about you, Mr. Sean? What did you do this week?
Well, several things actually. Well, last week, I briefly talked about the tunnels. We brought it up, but I didn't show.
Yeah.
So this is actually one of the train tunnels.
Cool.
There's one. The cool thing is the ends are free to download off of Thingiverse, so you can print them out. But the idea is to be able to take this and put it on your T-Track module and create a tunnel. It's kind of fun. And then on the side, I've been giving away STL files, so you could download a bridge or a girder bridge or something of that nature for free. If you have a 3D printer. But a lot of guys still don't have 3D printers. Shame on you guys. But after that, I love that printer. One of the reasons why I haven't really printed any to sell is the quality. I really haven't been happy with the quality of the prints because you can still tell. I mean, you can still tell it's a 3D print, but it's so fine. So this is I guess my lighting is not the best. That's one of the girder bridges.
Nice.
And it'll sit on the there we go.
Oh, there you go.
It'll sit onto my bridge module and it'll gap the span. And then the cool thing about this is you don't need anything special. You can utilize the existing track for a single and literally just slide it right on in and it'll lock the track and the bridge together and it will sit and straddle that opening.
Oh, cool.
And then you can build on from there. So these will be available on the website hopefully Monday. I'll have them. I've already nice things are already getting packaged up and ready to go.
Oh, there you go. What height are you printing them out at 0.2?
Actually, not 0.18.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Somewhere in there, yeah, a little finer, but it zips
Yeah.
them out. It takes an hour and a half for one of these at
Not
that
bad.
height, so that's pretty good, and that's per. So I'm really happy with that. Built the wife a computer better than mine. I don't know why, but I upped hers a little bit. But that thing she's been on it all day. She had
Nice.
to run away for a little bit because she's getting a little loud because she's got the headsets on talking to her friends. Yeah, escalate. But that was a chore. That was a chore. I have to say thank you again. Thank you, Paul, for the GPU. That GPU at first scared me. I'm not gonna lie, but once I got it figured out, it's a nice setup. So it's been busy, and then today has been cleaning up my my room, and I've had people ask what my office looks like. A noisy cat. Come down and say hi. There's the back view.
There you go. Oh, I like the blimp.
So yeah, I did that. That's kind of similar to what Paul and the puzzles. I found that on online. It was a freebie. It's fun.
Sweet.
No instructions, so you have to guess. But like you said, it's my command center. It's where I like to live. There we go.
Very cool. Nice.
So it's been busy, but I got it all cleaned up. I can see my desk finally. That's the main thing. Moved my computer around, and yeah.
Is Boba Fett's staff, is that 3D printed, or how's that made?
It's a oh, now you just gave me a brain fart. The sand people.
Yeah.
Right. Here, I'll switch back over.
Yeah, it's
actually,
like,
yeah.
For
That's
anybody that doesn't know what it is, where I'm looking at. Yeah.
Let's see. Hold it on that camera. Now, I have these files available on Thingiverse, and what it is this pipe here. It's actually a PVC pipe.
Okay.
I believe, or 1 inch, and then everything from here forward is 3D printed with a 1/4-20 rod here, and then the knob is also 3D printed with the elbow, and it all plugs into the tube. So you have a gaffy stick, is what it is.
Yeah.
Hurt. Here, I'll go to this side. So yeah,
that's got great detail.
It was one of my early prints. But what I want to do is I want to heat this up and then bend the tube so it has that kind of iconic bow that you see. Well, hi, man. But yeah,
sweet.
It's been a fun project.
Yeah.
If I can put it back up without breaking.
Very cool. Well, what about you, Mr. DeHammer?
Well, spent the day at Meow Wolf with the family. Kids had their first week of school, so got to printing school stuff. So we got a
there you go. Dropping stuff
falling off.
Need to print one bigger.
And it's got magnet.
I was going to say, does that have magnets on it? It does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Was that all the print in place one, or is that?
Yes, all print in place. So
cool.
It prints. Try not to just prints flat like that, and always make sure you know which way your magnets are going. You don't have a mess up like I did. Then laptop stands for the girls.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So they can fold up, put them in their backpack. All this was on Maker World.
Now, on that laptop stand, did it actually print open or closed?
It prints like this, closed like this, and then you got
pop it open.
So there are some supports in this part right here, and so it takes some. And I thought I was going to break it a couple of times, but I printed 2 of them. I messed up on the supports here, I don't know if it'll.
A little, not bad though.
So, and yeah, these came out clean, but these right here, for some reason, the red one I did that my daughter Ava is using, those came off clean.
Huh.
Oh, don't worry about it. So yeah. See, those came out way cleaner.
Oh yeah,
that looks good.
Nice.
I mean, they're still that, but
whoever designed that should have done some like built-in supports instead of leaving it up to the slicer. I think
they had it, but I wasn't too sure about them because I couldn't see, and trying to go through the layers and look, it was iffy. So I let the software do it.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, awesome possum. Well, for me, as I did a video the other day live, and yeah, we unboxed a second A1 back here. It's been a bit of a deal this week. So, you know, I was telling everybody about my clips last week, and I was gung ho into production on them. So I ran out and I got these two printers, start printing them, and I talked to somebody, and there's potential patent infringement on a part of my clip, but there's patent possibilities on another part of my clip. So I've halted production in efforts for a better tomorrow, and better tomorrow and not getting sued, and also because evidently the guy that has the patent that I would supposedly be infringing on is that dick, and you know, but if I can get a patent on the portion of the clip that I want to, then it'll be better overall in the long run. So, you know, it's kind of a crappy thing to find out right after you spend $700 on printers. So now we need to figure out a way to get those two printers to pay for themselves. The prints that I had done on them, I mean, they were perfect. For initial impressions of the A1 compared to the P1S, it's pretty good. I'm really happy with it so far. It's much quieter. Like they have the motor, the noise cancellation on them and stuff like that. You only hear a bit of the fan and that's it. Like when the P1S is running, you can hear it, you know, moving around a bit. And with the A1s, you don't. The two of them are quieter than the A1. I mean, than the P1S. So pretty wild. I like the little screens on them. They tend to work well. Like you can just go ahead and hit to have it redo a print without having to go back into Bamboo Studio and stuff like that. You know, they're definitely slower. When I was doing a bed of clips on the P1S, it takes like 7 hours and a couple minutes. When you do them on the A1s, they take a little over 9 hours. So they are, I mean, it's part of being a bed slinger, that they just can't move as fast because of moving around. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with them so far. I named the one thing 1 and the other one is thing 2. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it works out. I don't like the camera. The camera on them, I think, is, well, one, it's a horrible quality. I mean, it's worse than what the P1S is, and it's like on the end of the gantry right there.
Mm-hmm.
So the view of the camera, like you see the side of the machine, and like, I mean, you see a whole lot more than just the bed, and I don't really like that, but overall, I mean, it's for $339. That's a good deal for that machine. I see why the print farm people that I've been watching are using them. They do a good job. So really good.
Now you're lucky. See, you got a micro center just down the road from you.
Yeah, over an hour away.
Yeah, mine would be in Kansas City, so that's like 6-hour round trip.
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of wish it was so that I wouldn't have pulled the trigger so fast.
Well, I gave it away last week that I pulled the trigger.
Yeah, did you?
And it'll be here Monday.
Cool.
And it's going to go in that spot.
Nice. So did you get the
I got the AMS
with the AMS light on it? Oh, cool.
It was I think by the time I was done, I also picked up 3 hot ends. I meant to get one of each. I ended up getting 2 4s and a 2. So this way I can go to the finer stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a live unboxing. I'll probably have 1 or 2 people in, to stop by, but hey, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good deal. It'll be interesting to see if there's any differences from or what which one they're more similar like.
Of the 2 you have.
Yeah, because I anybody that didn't watch that live the other day, there's some differences between the 2 machines, between the 2 different A1s. So I think one of them was one of the ones that they had brought back to the factory and redone themselves. And the other one is one that they built after the fix was put in place because of there's a bumper on the back that is different. And there's a few minor things that are different. So
that'll be cool because mine is coming straight from Bamboo Lab.
Yeah, so you'll probably have the newer style.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
which is not far from somebody else we know. Yeah. Apparently, it's just on the road.
Good times. Oh, look, we got Steve out there. Hey, buddy. So if you're not busy on Sunday nights, tune into the Ventari channel because he and the Clack Shack are doing lives every Sunday night for a couple hours, answering good questions and all that good stuff. So, tune in there.
Cool.
I was hanging out in the chat last weekend and having a good time and trying to not be annoying, but they were talking about a lot of stuff that I was enjoying, and I was participating. And there, Mr. JR showed up out there in the chat too. Hey, JR.
Oh, he got some goodies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it.
I had not seen. Did his new toy arrive?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice. That'll be fun to see. I'll have to pull that up.
So. I believe it was. I think it was on Facebook. I saw it.
Ah, okay.
But, oh yeah, he showed the packages. Leaning against the house. That'd be a nice little deal to come home to.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So anyway, yeah, the wife still doesn't know about these 2, so we're going to keep that quiet as long as possible. I put them on the business credit card, so hopefully we have about 3 more weeks before I have to say anything. I need to make some money, maybe sell a golf cart. So, all right, let's get started. Fun times. All right, well, the first video that we'll talk about this week is from because we're going in alphabetical order. It's Mr. Dave Gatton. Dave got himself a Creality Falcon 2. It's a pretty cool little machine. Little 22 watt laser, and that's the first time I've seen one like being put together. And so I was wondering how like the film went on and all that stuff, and like how the door opened and closed. So he fiddled with it a little bit to be able to get it to work, or to make it go into the little slots and all that good stuff. But it seems like it works pretty good. So fits the wood that he likes to use, from Home Depot, that size properly and all that good stuff. So if nothing else, at least when it gets colder, and he's not using the Ohm Tech out in the garage, he can still use the Creality inside. So
I really like that lid. Oh, let's see if we can see it again.
yeah, when it how it slides open like that.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
For a small laser, this is the first one that I've seen that's really self-contained as far as being able to keep all the smoke and stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it looks really well built.
Yeah.
So.
And it had the tray to catch everything.
Yeah.
So easy to clean out.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially on a smaller one because you don't have to worry about the stuff getting stuck or falling down or let's see, where's the tray at? I know he's got it in here.
I think it was towards the end.
There he is, fiddling around with the cover. So.
There it is.
There we go.
there it is.
That's
like, really a neat idea.
Yeah, better than my own tech where I got to go down there with the air compressor and blow it out half the time.
Good stuff.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Now, is Creality, does it have the camera where you can just set it up? I can't remember if you talked about that. You know, where you can put the piece of wood in and then drag your image onto it.
I
don't know.
I have the Creality Falcon, the one that's 22 watt and 40 watt, and mine does not have a camera.
Okay.
But I would imagine that you could, though, because it's using Lightburn, so you could hook up a camera and use Lightburn with it.
I thought he said there was a camera in the cover. I just didn't. I think I remember him saying that.
Oh, right there,
USB camera. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if maybe that's the next video. Maybe I'm jumping ahead. Sorry if I ruined anything or spoiled it, Dave.
Well, he's pointing it out. So.
Yeah. So cool. Excellent. Speaking of Mr. Gatton, while I'm thinking about it, just so everybody knows, there's 103 days until the start of the 2024 Gatton Christmas Challenge. So get your entries started now. Now let's have some good entries this year. In about 40 days, we'll do a show dedicated to the Christmas Challenge and some of the changes that are happening this year, but to get more people participating. So definitely start working on some stuff.
Dave put a comment in the chat that says, yes, it has a built-in camera.
Yep. There you go. And Clyde says that Keith Rucker did a video the same day as Dave did on that laser. Well, he was copying Dave, obviously. So good deal. All right. Well, moving on then. We've got Kev Bot. We've talked about him before. He's the one that we learned about some of the what was that other software, pixelometry or something like that. I forget what it was, but anyway, and then he went back to Fusion. He shows a little bit of his design work in this one, and he's using Fusion. I was kind of amused by that. So, but so you can. He plays with the Nintendo Switch and he is using that other one. That was the other one. Yeah. But anyway, whatever. I thought it was Fusion for some reason. But anyway, yeah. So he made controller for hands that are like man hands. Because anybody that's ever played with the Switch, those little controllers are. I mean, they're so small, it's ridiculous. I've tried to play with my son with his, and I'm like, I got fingers. They can't grip little things like that.
Start cramping up on you.
Smash.
Yeah. So, the one that he has in his hand on the thumbnail, the blue one, I think that's like available to his Patreon people, but the solid one is on Maker World. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, but does a good job from what it looks like.
And there's another company that likes to sue. Man, there's a theme going on.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he's giving it away for free at least. So,
No.
yeah. Not trying to make anything on that thing.
Worst case scenario, cease and desist.
Yeah.
I know what that's about.
Yeah. I think that's it might get me in trouble. Yep. So, all right. Well, moving on then. We got Mr. Hamilton. He did his video this week with a nice collaboration with Greg Goddard from STL Woodworking. So it was good to see Greg on there. They did a Wheel of Misfortune. So I wonder if they just changed, they already had it, what they were going to do, and then made the numbers be what they needed to be. I'm not saying that Hamilton did that, because I'm guessing he did not, but it would be really funny if that was like, we're gonna set this up and go, and we'll just make it up as we, we'll make it work for what we want it to be, because that's what I would have done. Yes, I'm making this. Oh, look how perfect it turned out. But I think you can tell it did not go that way, because Hamilton put the handles on the wrong side of the box during the design time. So, nice CNC project. It was an apple box with a beach theme. So it says "Seize the Day," SEAS.
Wow.
Yeah, there it is.
Looks good.
Kind of a nautical theme, nautical beachy theme. I think it should have had palm trees instead of the anchors, but that's just me. But turned out good, nice and sturdy. You can walk on it. It'll work out. So good job, Hamilton and Greg. It was a different kind of project, and I think it did good. So, moving on then, our Ariba box. So this young man did he CNC'd some casters, I guess, in a previous video, and then he wanted to. He didn't like how noisy they were, so he decided to do some kind of rubber molding for the wheels.
Don't you kind of wonder how long that's going to hold up?
Yeah. I think as soon as it stops moving, it's going to flat spot like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like all the money that he spent, because he's like, I don't know, there was I think he's said 7 different adhesives that he used.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, man, you could have bought a 3D printer and some TPU filament for that much. You could have gotten some stuff off of eBay for that.
But if you look around that whole shop, everything is, woodworking, and it's all, because that was one of the top comments as well, where it probably goes against the spirit of your channel, but you could have 3D printed that.
Yeah. Well, it probably would have worked better, like just in general. But
you'd never know if you didn't try it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it was cool project, and I mean, he went through a lot of work on that.
He sure did.
Sure did. It reminds me of my dad. He built a bunch of concrete flower bed separators, and I just remember the neighbor going, "Well, you could have just gone to Home Depot and bought those." And my dad's like, "Yeah, but I made them."
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just that,
it's the process.
It's like, I could have, but this is mine. I made this, so
they
did come out looking really neat.
Yeah, and those stops, the locking mechanism too. I mean,
it's a pretty cool setup.
Yeah,
I dug it. So, I didn't go back and watch the other one where he originally made the wheels, but I got where it was coming from. So good deal.
That's a pretty cool box.
Yeah.
and it holds stuff. Look at that. Ta-da! So it's a good video though. Entertaining for sure. All right, moving on then. We got M&S Woodworks. I really like this one. I thought this was a good idea. There was only one part that I would have done differently myself. But he built a coffee table for his daughter, and it's got a layered lasered mandala in the middle of it there. Turned out really cool. I really dug the way he did everything. I mean, he did the legs on with a rotary. He did the side pieces on his CNC, and then he lasered the layers for the mandala and all that. So it turned out really nice. I said I would have changed one thing, and that would have been the top. I wouldn't have done the plexiglass. I think that's just going to scratch, like, you know, when you look at it. I think I would have put a regular piece of glass in it.
Yeah. Oh, for what it is, it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah. So I'd just be really concerned with how fast that's going to scratch.
What about a clear epoxy over it? And because it has all those holes and everything. And
oh yeah, you could fill it all up with. That thing would weigh a ton if you did that, but you could. Yeah, you definitely could. So, but it was a really cool project. I thought it turned out really nice. So I guess he hasn't put any finish on the table yet, but I guess that's the next thing to do. I think I'd do the dark stain. I think that would look really nice with that.
Oh, make it pop.
Yeah.
I like how he uses this, or he said he bought this used it to turn, but he found out that it's easier and better on the CNC, which makes sense. And then he still uses it though, and it's a great idea for a sander.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. This video sent me down a rabbit hole of mandalas, like understanding how to draw them and stuff like that. And it's like, oh man, this is not a rabbit hole I need to be going down right now. But I guess it's pretty therapeutic. I didn't really realize that it was like so much geometry based. You know, I mean, I guess when you think about it, it really is. But
and they're a lot harder than they look.
Yeah,
some of them look harder, but I mean, from what I was watching on them, it's just making your patterns. Like setting them up was kind of difficult, I guess, or time consuming.
But, well, that's, because I did one and it was like, oh, that's going to be easy. And then it's like you get into the design part and it's like, wait, what layer? This stick? Wait, no.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to.
Yeah. Yeah, that turned out really nice, though.
Yeah,
he did a fantastic job on it. So, I mean, I would have just hung it up on the wall. I wouldn't have even made a table out of it.
At my fear, somebody spilling something into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, some friend of your daughter's like drops a beer on that thing and it just goes everywhere and inside. Oh, I'd hunt some suckers down, kick them. All right, well, the next two videos kind of are on the same subject here. We got Two Makers Crew, and we also have Pleasant Woodworks. They were both doing drawers, like tool drawers for their CNCs, and both of them did a really good job on them. They walk you through how they did them, created them, and did fantastic. So there's not a whole lot else to say about it. It's good to keep organized. I mean, you shouldn't be like us and have just shit everywhere. It's a mess.
Well, the Two Makers Crew theme song.
Oh yeah, this is where our theme song goes. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to buy any coasters, they're $339. hit me up in the comments. I'll even include priority shipping there, or good deal. But yeah, these two did a great job. So,
Yeah.
but both Pleasant and Two Maker Screw. So, give those a good look. They're making a lot of good stuff on those. All right, next one here is going to be printing perspective. This was pretty cool. I like this video because of what he's using in it. So there's in 3D printing, temperature is the king of everything.
Yep.
And so somebody is coming out with a program to change, do temperature changes as it's printing. And because when you see it a lot when people are doing like unboxing videos of prints and stuff like that, and like the fast benchies and stuff, the bottom of the boat will be matte and then the top of the boat will be all shiny. And there's like a one definitive line there. And that's because it's no longer, spending time before it goes back to do that next
close
part.
to that hotbed.
Yeah. And so this temperature thing, it'll vary the temperature based on how long it needs to be in a spot. So, and you can see in the thumbnail, like the one on the left over here, where the little windows are, you can see some like shiny areas. And then where the solid areas are, it's kind of matte.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other one over here, it's all pretty much matte. And that's because of the temperature control stuff. So pretty neat. I think that'll be, I wonder if somebody's patented it. I mean,
well, it's free on GitHub. So
is it? Yeah. Cool.
So my question was, will that work with Bamboo Slicer, or would you have to switch over to Orca to use that? I think he was saying it's only Clipper.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, isn't Bamboo?
Yeah, I mean, they're all based off the same architecture, but
sure,
it might not support that yet.
That was more my thinking was, well, will Bamboo software even be like, yes, you can do that?
I'll give it time.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a couple months and they might add that in there. So they'll probably vet it a little bit before they put it in there. But yeah, pretty cool. It was interesting. So continuing with the 3D printing and new stuff on there, the Prusa MK4S is now released. There's a slew of videos have been coming out about the new MK4S, which is the S version of their Mark IV. So, but they have an upgrade path. So if you have a Mark IV, you can, for like $100, you can get the pieces that you need to upgrade it. It's supposed to go like 20 or 30% faster than what the MK4 does, which is, I mean, if we're just talking about speed and printing normally, it's still not anywhere close to what the Bamboo stuff is doing, but it's a whole lot faster than what it was doing. So, but in the print quality though is supposed to be ridiculous.
I watched a long ways.
Yeah. Yeah. The print, I watched a few videos of people that were, that they had sent them to, which I found interesting too, because before, like the last generation of printers or so, I guess before the Mark IVs, they really didn't send out printers to people to review and stuff like that. It was very rare that they would, but people would buy them and review them anyway. But now they're starting to send them out to, the YouTube people to check out and review.
The one thing that's always impressed me on the Prusas is the core of it. If you look at the base core of the printer itself, it really hasn't changed throughout time.
Yeah.
It's the electronics, the head, and the software. They've focused a lot on their slicer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
What were they saying? It can do overhangs. How much overhang without support?
75%.
Yeah, it's like 70 degrees or something like that.
Something.
It was ridiculous. I forget who I was watching though. They were like, all right, well, let's check this out against the bamboo ones, and like it would go slower, but it was nailing like the overhangs, and the bamboo wasn't being able to hit the overhangs that the Prusa was. But I don't know if that had anything to do with, being able to not be able to go, slowing it down, and they didn't have it going at the same speed or what. But yeah, I mean, the print quality with the Prusas is top notch. So beautiful machine. It's still $1,000. I mean, like, I'd rather personally, I'd rather spend $339 and not be able to do a 70% overhang without supports.
Well,
surprisingly, the bamboo and the Max do pretty dang good.
Yeah. I mean, they go pretty far, but I don't know. But it's Bruce's great machine.
Yeah.
Good for them.
And if you already have a farm, I mean, it's $100 upgrade.
Yeah.
Per machine. So, I was watching Linus Tech Tips one where they were going through and unboxing, and they already have a bunch of those as well. And so he's like, yep, I'm getting in touch with Prusa and we're upgrading all our machines. They were happy with it. Nice. Then you go down in the comments, you should just get a bamboo. You should just get a bamboo. And it's like, but if you have a bunch of these already, why? It's going to cost you $100 versus
a brand new printer.
Yeah. So the one video I saw, I forget who it was, but they actually were complaining because the screen now, like the surround around the screen is injection molded and not 3D printed. And they were like, that's not the spirit of the Prusa. I was like, all right, well, whatever. It's a screen holder. Like, who gives a shit? No, they wouldn't have done it if it didn't make sense to do.
But hey, what if they made the mold from a 3D printed?
Yeah, which they probably did.
See, it's still 3D printed.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I just noticed is they're using the unicorn right there.
Yeah. And
I'll admit, that's what the Creality went to, and I love it. I think it's an awesome nozzle. I think it makes a big difference.
And that goes back to that other video where they were heating up and cooling down the hot end, to keep it all matte. They were saying the smaller, skinnier ones, it works better because there's less surface area to cool down or heat up, as compared to some of the big chunky ones where it doesn't work as well. So that software is made for smaller hot ends.
The newer ones, unlike the volcanoes or
that's cool. Joe's a nice guy. I got to meet him last year. That was pretty cool. He took a picture with my kid. That was very nice of him. And then he was like, I have to pee. I have to go. I have to pee. I was like, go, dude. Run. No. But anyway, yeah. So Mark IV S is out, and go get him. So we got the Boat the Bazaar. So this guy, he was cutting fun foam on his laser. I don't remember what kind of laser it was, if he even mentioned it, but he did a couple tests on it, and then decided to make a Mario with fun foam, and turned out pretty good. That's it in the thumbnail, and it's a good idea. I like that because you can blast out a little project and you don't even have to paint it. You could just cut it out with the foam and glue it together and be done. It'd be good for, some background stuff or whatever. And the fun foam's cheap. So it turned out nice, and it was very colorful. So I can definitely see some use of being able to do something with that. So pretty sweet.
Trying to see how he cut it up. That's a video I missed.
Well,
did he cut it up by hand, or did he?
No, he cut it. Well, one thing he discovered was that the different colors cut differently.
Okay.
Which I find interesting. But it seems like the white did not cut as well as the other ones, as the other colors that he did. In the black, he said he had to cut that Pokemon ball out a couple times because he kept on cutting all the way through it, trying to just score it for lining everything up. So.
Now I've cut the foam tiles that you use on your floor.
Yeah.
For some guys for cosplay, that cuts pretty good on the laser. I was really surprised.
Yeah, it's that same stuff. It's just thinner,
a lot thicker.
Yeah,
this is thinner.
So, but yeah, turned out pretty cool.
Well, I like how he also inset. He just etched the inside to where he wanted to put it, as opposed to taking the cutout of the pieces to line it up and then inset. Because I can speak from experience where you glue your guide accidentally.
Well, the tip that I've heard about doing that for like scoring, if you're going to layer something up like that, is to inset that by like a thousandth or something like that, because of the width of the laser.
Yeah.
If you inset it a little bit, you'll cover it all up, or it'll be right on the line, and you won't see any of the scoring.
It is an ohm tech, by the way. I think it's the polar.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I was like, it kind of looks like the polar there. So, but cool, very cool. So then, all right. Well, we'll move on then. We got the next layer. Here we are. He's making his own filament out of trash. And I guess he's gone through all the stuff to make this thing. He's had some mishaps along the way, dropping the motor and all this other stuff, but I guess he's figuring it out. But still, if you want to recycle your own filament and stuff, it's going to cost. There it goes. He bent the motor shaft.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah. It's going to cost about $2,000 for all the stuff to do it. Which, I mean, it can be good if that's something that you want to do. Redoing filament and stuff. I mean, there's got to be some solution to be able to do with all the failed prints and stuff, and all the waste from multicolored stuff and all that. But or if you want to just say, hey, people around me, I have this filament thing, bring me your garbage, and I'll chop it up and make new filament out of it.
Well, I want to make that chopper.
The chopper.
The grinder.
Yeah. He needs to change the way the teeth are.
He was going over that. He was like, he wasn't sure if he needed to do, because it was spinning and then all getting gummed up. It was getting so hot and gummed up on the side and was jamming. So he wasn't sure if he was going to do a V or random, or try to, he was talking about doing the teeth a couple different ways. He wasn't quite sure which way he wanted to go yet.
I would just look at like one of the big grinders, like the ones that like eat cars and stuff like that, and see how they're set up. And I think they're just offset. Like, I don't think that they are in a direction or anything like that. I think they're just offset, and so that it just crunches it down.
Turning
So
into
that's what
themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I went looking for a grinder for plastics. Wow.
They're
10,000.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, but then he was like 2,000, but there's a lot of work. And you need to know how to weld.
Yeah.
I'm like, because then my costs just went up then if I have to weld, because now I got to get a welder. And
Well, no, you don't, because you could. He was welding like the table and stuff. And the box and stuff. I mean, you could do that out of wood. I mean, come on, some three-quarter Baltic birch. Yeah, we can make it work.
Nice and sturdy.
I got a plywood CNC, man. It's a lot stronger than what people think it is. So yep, and PCB Way. Good Lord. How much money are they spending on YouTube these days? Jiminy Christmas. Hey, PCB Way. You can sponsor the channel if you want. Jiminy Christmas. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, well, and if you got a motor, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't need another project. I don't. No more projects, but I do have several golf cart motors running around here, and I have a 10 horsepower forklift motor. But I'm not doing any more projects right now. No more need to pay for these things. Anyway, it was cool. It worked well, and it made filament. So good job.
Oh yeah, him cleaning the filament, that was fun too.
Yeah, washing it up and all that stuff. Oof. You wouldn't think so. That would be my concern about getting it from other people, because you don't know what they're throwing in there. If it gets contaminated with PTG, that could just screw up the whole works to begin with. And all this, and so you don't know how. People are dirty. Oh, people are so gross. But anyway, all right, moving on. Let's go back into the whole suing thing. YGK3D did a really nice video on the current setup of what's going on there with Bamboo and Stratus systems, whatever they are. And also mentioned, though, so I didn't realize it was two separate lawsuits that they're getting sued with. I thought it was just one, but it's two. I guess they've broken it down to be better for their chances of getting something to go through and make money. I mean, I can't imagine that they're looking to shut down Bamboo Lab, but they're probably. My opinions on this changed of what the outcome is going to be in the last 3 days. So I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, so the interesting thing that I saw, or that he was talking about in this video, is that Prusa may be the saving grace for one of the lawsuits, and that's on the heated bed portion of the lawsuit. And that's because the patent didn't get approved or something like that until 2017 or something like that.
Way after.
Yeah, and the year before that, Prusa had a heated bed in theirs, and then a couple years before that, some rep ones had heated beds. So that's why I'm guessing that they split it into two, because they think that that's probably the lesser one that they're going to get traction on. But then they also brought in this other company that's in there. I hadn't heard anybody talk about that. That there's a second company besides Bamboo that is in this lawsuit. Some smaller company, but they were sued by the Stratus Systems 10 years ago, and they're being sued again. I mean, I don't know. But my opinion at this point is that I think this is going to really screw up the whole 3D printing landscape for a little while. And my guess is that bamboo is going to end up settling, and with a being paying a royalty of some sort for being able to the purge tower and all whatever else that they're being accused of infringing on, and as this starts moving forward, I foresee all the other companies getting in touch with Stratus and doing agreements with them so that they're not next. Because as soon as Bamboo, would be found guilty, and evidently where this thing was put into place in Texas is very, very big on the patent holder side of things. As soon as they would get any kind of which we call it a judgment against Bamboo, they're going to go after Prusa in the United States. They're going to go after Creality. They're going to go after Elegoo, and they'll just keep going. So what I foresee happening is, as soon as this thing progresses, all these other companies are going to start contacting them and doing agreements for whatever they need to. I mean, they're all probably looking at it right now and trying to figure it out.
That or standing behind Bamboo.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I think they'll stand behind them and watch.
Yeah,
but they're not going to jump in and try to help. I don't think, because companies are companies.
Yeah,
but what took them so long? Because
exactly, like, why did you wait years to do this?
If I remember correctly, the patents expire. I think the next one expires in 2027, the first one, and then it's like between 2027 and 2035. So we got 3 to 8 years for some of these patents to expire.
Yeah.
Why are you waiting till now? Is it really because your business is sucking that bad and that's like your only remedy?
Yeah.
Or there's something that it's off about it.
Oh, it very much is. It very much is.
Maybe they were waiting for the other companies to get well established.
Somebody was going to sue me for putting a hole in a clip. Yes, this is a patented piece. It's stupid. So that changed my mind on what's going on with this whole thing. And I think that Bamboo will end up having to pay money. They may not pay like a settlement, but they'll probably do a some sort of percentage for the next 3 to 8 years.
This will be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Well, or do they pivot? So right now, because they have the AMS and it switches and the purge towers and all that. Let's just forget the hotbed. What if they're like, screw it then, we're going to go to multi-head print where you don't need a purge tower?
Well, they're still guilty for the last.
Oh, I know, but does it make them pivot to where they're like, we're not going to pay you? So does this drive innovation in them trying to get away from giving them money to kind of go, all right, you want to mess with us? We'll just change directions.
Yeah, you might get us for what we've already done, but you're not going to get us for the future. Yeah. I hear you.
I mean, if your machine poops anyways, why do you need a purge tower?
I don't know. It had something to do with the pressure in it or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it.
And that's just a rectangle.
Yeah.
Circles and rectangles being patented.
I don't get it. I don't understand how that is a unique feature that you know, it makes you really wish that more people were like Volvo, when Volvo came out with the seatbelt, and they just said, "Hey, everybody, use the patent. Go use it. It's safer."
Penicillin. What was it? Right, penicillin.
Yeah,
where he was like, "No, this is going to save lives."
Yeah,
you know, like I know 3D printing is not saving lives, but
yeah,
it's
still.
the future of manufacturing.
Well,
Yeah.
What I also think will be interesting is if after Bamboo, if they do go after Prusa, because Prusa's been so open source on everything, you know, since their beginning. Like what happens then? You know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to watch. Nothing's going to happen on this for a long time. So, I mean, the one patent might be up before it even goes to court the first time, but who knows? Anyway. All right. Well, now for something different. This is a video everybody should go watch. There is actually 3D printing in this video, but it's only a very, very minor part. I turned this video on because I was like, oh, this guy 3D printed this whole thing out and then painted it. Wow, that's pretty cool. No, this is all hand carved and hand done. So this dude made a T-Rex table. and this is like a brand new video too. I mean, this came out this past week. And it's the most intense video.
I had to stop 3 minutes in and go, right, this is the most intense thing I have watched. Build video I have watched.
I'm sure Sean will show it. He's like welding it. It's dark and it's got like a light on in the background and all that. It's like, dude, how the hell are you even seeing doing this? Like, what are you doing? How are you? What is going on?
It's closer to the keep going back. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's part of he's like in this dark ass studio trying to weld and get stuff straight and all that. But what a nightmare situation to put yourself into to film for YouTube.
Oh, what I do.
So, but he's got some really cool videos. So I'm going to go back and watch some more of them. But yeah, it's like it's all this dramatic lighting, and the
music.
Yeah,
and the music as well. It's just like it's a roller
really
coaster.
Fantastically done. I mean, it's comically funny because it's just like, dude, like if you really think about what he's doing and working on it in the dark, you know. But it's superbly well done. And the Tyrannosaurus is like foam that he hand carves once it's all together, and then he's putting clay on top of it and texturing it, all this stuff. And I mean, it's intense. He's talking about how hard the teeth are, and if somebody falls through the table, well, the teeth will still survive. But I mean, it's pretty awesome. I love this table. The whole design of it is pretty intense. Absolutely loved it. Yeah. Highly recommend everybody go watch this. It's a real wonderfully artistically done piece. So he's talking about like the different skin that he was trying to do on them and stuff like that.
Oh, he used rollers. I missed that part.
Yeah. And it looks like he used kind of a combination of them too. Like he didn't just use the one. Then the wire and stuff. I mean, it's a very wonderfully done piece of art. So
yeah, he's very talented.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely made me want to go watch some of the other ones. Like he's got like some Godzilla looking thing that he did last time. I didn't need, and this table's for sale. I was afraid. Did you go look and see how much it was?
No, I was like out of
I
my
was afraid to. I didn't want to look because I don't know what, I mean, this thing's got to be, multiple thousands. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he wants 10 grand for that table. So,
let's see.
Now we're going to go find out. Here we go.
Here
we go.
He doesn't show it.
Oh, if you got to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah. Very true. Oh, bummer. You can send a request. Oh, look at that. He's got a cool piece. Kind of hard to see there.
Wow. Yeah, it's intense. Absolutely awesome. So go check it out. It's pretty sick. Oh, fun times. There we go. I will check in on the comments and all that here, see if there's anything else here. Yeah, that's there's KS out there. Haven't seen you out there in a while. It's good to see you in there. Sounds like a price increase is likely if they prevail to pay for the royalties. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what will happen. Exactly. So, great. Yeah. And Kenneth is saying, casters are cheap at Harbor Freight. Yeah. They sure are. No. But then he wouldn't have a video.
Sometimes it's just fun to see if you can do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the making the filament and the shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen some guys out there they'll take the plastic, excuse me, and shred it down. They'll put it into injection molders. Where they heat it up, then press it into a small deal. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Melt them down into that. I can't wait to see what you do with it.
Sweet.
Yeah, got to find a way to shred this up though. Get it small enough because I don't feel like putting down a layer, melting it, putting it down, and just so it's even. I want to get it nice granular so it just all do it one time.
Heck yeah. So good times. All right. Well, that was it for tonight. It took us longer to go through all that stuff than I thought it would be. Mr. Corliss, you got anything else for us? I know you got your glass slippers are falling off right now.
Yeah.
You got anything else for tonight?
I got nothing.
All right. Good deal.
Good show, though.
Fun show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Sean, anything else from you, sir? What was that, Paul?
I said you picked some good videos this week.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I tried to find stuff that people find interesting. I have to watch a lot of freaking video. I watch a lot of bad videos. And that's not even like including the other stuff, like just non-maker stuff that I do. Anyway. Sean, anything else from you, sir?
Where's Waldo? He's in there somewhere. Have a good week, guys.
There you go. Mr. Hammerquist, anything from you, sir?
Oh, have a good week. And if you really want to mess up your mind, go watch Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah, I did turn that on. I didn't understand it. And I was just like, yeah, this is too far out there for me.
And the worst part about it was I sat and watched like 30 of them. I was like, I hate this, but I cannot look away. It's like a train wreck. I'm just like, my daughter, we were at dinner and they were bringing it up. They're like, I don't get it. I hate the kids all talk about it, this and that. I'm like,
my son was watching it and I looked down. I'm like, what are you watching? It's like, okay. And I just kept on going.
Crazy. Good deal. All right, party people. Well, remember, it's 103 days until the start of the 2024 Gatton Christmas Challenge. And we'll maybe we'll see you next week. So, and if I look a year older, it's because I will be. All right, party people. Well, peace out, sauerkraut. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.